On today's episode of This Old Hot Rod, we're going to shape up a roll bar. So, should we be building a roll bar? Nah, probably not. Because I got other things I could be doing. But I've been looking forward to doing this for a while. This is going to be my roll bar. Now people are going to say, oh, it's too thin to be a roll bar. Or it's too small of tubing to be a roll bar. It is. But they're all just for looks. If I roll over in this car, they're just going to bury me in the ground or they're going to burn me up in a big oven because I'm probably not walking away. So let's get to building the roll bar. Alright, so someone had asked me in one of my last videos, or the video that I bent the rear bumper on, or in, they asked me what brand this tubing bender was, and truthfully, I didn't know because it was given to me. Or it's on loan. But it's a Greenlee 1800 mechanical bender is what it is. It's for 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch rigid steel and aluminum conduit. So what I need to do is we need to make some measurements. And what measurements that's going to be is the width here, and figure out exactly where this tube is going to go. And what I'm thinking is actually have it come up, bend backwards just a little bit, or maybe just actually go up on a slope backwards. Let me get this plastic wrapper out of here. Let me grab a piece of the... It's got to go down in that area. It's going to go something like that. We got to figure out the height of it. I'm going to grab some tape and just tape this on here real quick. Working out to be the exact height I need. The real question is, see, I wouldn't be able to run a top with this because the top's going to come up and it's going to be sloped like this. So I would actually have to run the roll bar outside the back of the car, outside the back of the driver's compartment. So this may actually be just completely a pipe dream. I don't know that I'll even be able to do this because I don't know that this is going to clear our heads. Try to get in here and not bump it. Oh. That'll be close. Alright, so this is where we're at. I'm happy with the height of that. I jumped in the car, I think you guys saw. I'm close, I fit. Allie will definitely be good as far as her height. She's obviously shorter than I am. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with that. It's just a little bit above my head, but when you look at the front of the car, it's basically the same height as the windshield sitting at the rake it's at. If it was going with the rake and the top of the back of the car being higher, it would probably be 3 inches taller. I don't want that look. I want it to basically be like level want it to basically be level with the windshield at ride height. That's kind of what my eye is telling me. I think I'm going to be happy with that. So I have my measurements. So I need to be 37.5 inches wide, or 37 3/4, right around there, but 32 inches tall. 32.5 inches tall. 32.5, 37.5. I'll have a smaller post that these will actually either slide. They'll either slide into a post or slide on top of like a piece of solid rod, and I'll drill it and just bolt it in a couple places. So if I ever need to take it off, I'll have the option to take it off. Take it out. Let's just get this thing laid out and get it all bent and shaped up and ready to go. And we'll see what it looks like in the car. That's the 40 hood that you guys have seen in the videos. I've been moving it back and forth and all around the past couple of months. Those louvers are finally done, punched. The owner of the hood's coming by in a couple of days to pick it up. Pretty happy, he's happy with it. So there's my center mark for my bend, which is right there. Here we go. Two. I'm gonna go get an angle finder. Put my angle finder on that so I know where I'm at. So I'm at 72.5 degrees. .7. I think I'm a touch past 90, but we'll see. See what this is at. That's at 2.5 degrees. So 1.1 degrees over. So 2.5 degrees. I'm about a degree off. So let's get this out of here. Yeah, you can definitely tell I'm a little off. Definitely tell I went a little too far. I put the pipe into the machine, and on the machine, on the die, it has an arrow that says center line. And I was thinking it was the center line of the bend, but it's not. So I made my mark because I wanted to be 32.5 inches tall. And I'm actually 36.5, so I'm 3 inches off. Which is fine because I can just cut 3 inches off the bottom. But I don't want to make that. I'm going to have to obviously compensate for that. I have one piece of pipe. I got one piece of tubing or pipe, and I don't want to screw it up. Let me go grab a big square. So I need to be 37.5 wide. 37.5 is here. That's the outside width I need to be at. And I start the bend here at about, actually I'd say it's about 7 inches in is where it actually starts to bend. So my That's my total width. And at 7 inches in, I start to bend it. And then from there, I am 8 1/8, 8 1/4. 8 1/8, 8 1/4. In perfect world, so I put it in this way. So I put this in this way, and it bent it the way it did. So now I need to put this end in this way. I got one shot to do this. Alright, I'm right at 90. God, I'm afraid to do this. So I should have another mark back here. Right? Can't see it if I do. Yeah. So my other mark's back here. So this should... This is going to roll all of this metal here, and it should end roughly at my mark, which is 8 1/8 inches back, which should be somewhere around here. No whammies, no whammies, big money, big money. I'll check my angle. Good. And I'm at about 35 degrees now. I'm roughly at 60. Still keep going. I'm at about 75 now. I'm going to go slow and creep up on it. I don't want to go too far. 87.2, 87.5 in that direction. .8. I think I might have gone just a touch too far, but that's okay. I can open it up. I am on the money as far as my straightness. Now I know I already said it, it's thin tubing, but this is just for looks, you know, guys? Just for looks. Let's put it on the floor and see if it lays flat. That'll be the true test, you know? Yes, sir! Alright, I'm going to get this cut down to the 32.5 inches. Full height, total height that I need. If I do end up creating like a plate or anything on the bottom, I'll compensate for that and I'll remove some material thickness off the bottom, whatever I end up adding. And then get this thing welded up, bolted in the car, see what it looks like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a few quick measurements. I'm going to use my table as a reference point. And I'm going to get my 32.5 inch measurement for my total height. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 32 inches to the tape measure. 32. 32. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop it down to 31. Just need to be about 32 inches high. Total. And I am going to have a mounting plate on the bottom of this, so that'll add just a little bit more. Well, 3/8 of an inch or so, 1/4 of an inch. One. 31. Make a few marks. Alright, we get these cut. We'll set it in the car, see what it looks like. Let's go try it in the car and see how it fits. Alright guys, let's check this out. Take you off the tripod and we're going to go for a walk. Alright, this is what we see from the back. See how it's just right with the windshield. The battery's low, so I'm going to switch you guys out. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts in a second, what I think needs to happen. And again, put you right down at the top of the windshield. It's the perfect height. That's right what I wanted. What I think needs to happen now. I think the roll bar needs to actually go backwards. And if I put it backwards, I can actually put it a little more vertical. So what I'll need to do is, I'm going to end up having to cut into that panel, that bump. So I'm going to have to figure out where exactly I need to cut, and then just cut 2 holes with a hole saw. And I'm going to slide that roll bar down through that. That'll tuck it right up against this back panel, and I think that's going to give it a nice cleaner look. Guys are standing over here doing nothing. Can't see what I'm doing or anything, so I'm gonna bring you in on the action. What I'm doing is just trying to figure out exactly where it is I'm gonna cut these holes. I want to try to get it as close to this rear pan as I can. I'm about 3/8 of an inch off the edge of that. So that's what I've got. It's a mark here and a mark over there, same thing. And a mark over there. So now what I need to do is I need to get those holes drilled. Driver's side's a little taller for some reason. It's hard to see in there, is figure out why. Make a mark on the pipe where it comes up through the body. Then I'll just make a measurement on either side to figure out how much higher the driver's side is. It's definitely higher. Something with the body of the car. It's just the sub rails, I think. Oh, there we go. Now the passenger starts up. Yes. What I'll need to do is remove the gas tank. Figure out one like that. I still think the driver's side's a little lower now. It's obviously still mock-up, but I really want to get it so it's nice and straight when the time comes. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. I'm going to make a few marks. I'm going to make a few marks so I have a reference point. I took the little leftover pieces that I had cut from my bumper and put them there, just temporarily, just set them there, obviously. I'd like to add those onto the roll bar. I know that won't help a ton, but it'll kind of make it look a little more functional than just being for looks. I'll do the same thing on that side. Well, that was something I've been wanting to do, just to get it cut and bent into shape. I'm happy with the way that looks. That looks pretty good. Kinda looks a little vertical. It's not horrible. I know I won't be able to run the top with the roll bar on it, but for Pinetree Jamboree, for looks, to make it look like it's an old race car, hot rod race car, I thought it would be pretty cool. I actually think it needs to lean backwards a little bit. Certainly matches the bumper good, it's being the same material that I used for the rear bumper. Alright guys, that's kind of where I'm going to just leave this for now. I'm going to walk away from that. I'm going to leave it there so I can look at it, kind of, you know, see what my thoughts are. My thoughts may change, but for now, this is something I've been wanting to do for a little while, since I built the bumper, really. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. What's next? Last video we did the transmission tunnel. That's done. Checked off the list. Got the roll bar mocked up. Alright everyone. I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I forgot to end the video the other day. I got my ham raincoat on. It's pouring out today. It's Saturday. Saturday? Yeah, Saturday, a week before you're watching this video. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Just a real quick video mocking up the roll bar. I've done quite a few things since the roll bar video a week ago, so I'm looking forward to working on those videos and putting those out upcoming. And I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who's been following along. Appreciate all the support. A lot of people message me during the weeks and send me photos of their cars and tell me, you know, what their projects are, what they're working on, and maybe have some older photos with some history that, you know, cars that they owned back in the day when they were kids, 50s, 60s, 70s. I think what I'm going to do is at the end of each video, I'm going to use those photos and just do a quick, like a photo, slide photo type of thing, like just like a viewer's ride segment at the end of each video. So during the closeout of the video, usually I say like, thanks for watching, this is the email. I'm still gonna do that. If you guys are interested and you haven't already, which I don't have a ton, I have a few. If anyone's interested and you want to see your car at the end of one of the videos, I'm just gonna, again, a weekly thing, I'm gonna adding more work to my plate, but it's okay. I just want to give back to the people who have been following along, and I want to do that for a lot of guys. So I think it would mean something to a lot of people to see their car on some of these videos. And send me some photos of your car. Don't go to the website and send the photos through the website. Don't do that. Use the email, the Gmail. So it's thisoldhotrod@gmail.com. You won't be able to send photos through the website. You have to use Gmail. So if you want to see your car at the end of one of the videos, give me your name, just where you live, you know, Middleborough, Massachusetts, for example, and send me 5 or 6 photos of your car, and I'll add those to the end of each video. So look for that in the next week or two, or who knows, maybe at the end of this video. You know what, I have a week and I have a few of them. Stay tuned to the end of this video. You'll get to see one of the viewers' cars that he's been working on for years. And again, it's just a small thank you to the people who have been following along since day one. People who have reached out to me and just said that they appreciate my videos and the hard work that I put into them. They enjoy the cars that I'm building, and they I guess appreciate my passion for these old hot rods and keeping the hot rod tradition, you know, alive. And I hope there's a lot of younger guys out there that are following along that want to get into this hobby, because it's a great hobby to be a part of. They're the best people in the world, the best people I've ever met are in this hot rod hobby. Everybody's very supportive, willing to help, willing to lend a hand, willing to, you know, knowledge if that's what you're looking for. They're definitely willing to give you knowledge. And I've been invited to a lot of people's houses to look at their cars, pick through their collections for parts that I may need. You know, the parts are getting hard to come by, and I would hate to see any parts that guys like myself and, you know, guys like in the club and people who watch this show on YouTube, I would hate to see those parts get destroyed or thrown away because people aren't aware of what they are. So if you're in a situation where you have parts and you're you're willing to have myself come up and maybe look through and see if I can find anything that I would use to finish some of my cars, add to some of my cars, hang on the wall just so I can look at. Every single piece on these walls tells a story. You know, all these parts, I've picked all these parts over the years, and this is just a small percentage of what I have. I have a shipping container that's stocked fairly well with old hot rod parts and just, you know, the parts that we need to build these cars. So but again, I get back to the end of the video. Want to say thank you, appreciate everyone following along, all the support, and to give back to some of the guys that have the means to send me some email me some photos, and I would love to do like a viewers ride, you know, segment at the end of each video. So send me some email me some photos and the description of the car, what the car is, drivetrain, maybe how long you've been working on it. Just, you know, just a quick overview. You guys know the deal. Tell me about your car and send me like a half a dozen photos, and I'll put them at the end of each video. Thanks again for watching this old hot rod on YouTube. I really appreciate all the support, everyone's kind words, and I'm looking forward to finishing up a few more things in the T and get this thing fired up. I'm getting closer. So I hope everyone follows along and gets to enjoy that with me. And as soon as we're done with this one, we're going to get right back on the 34 Coupe. And then we'll see that one through, and then we got 2 or 3 more behind that, and who knows what else is coming up in the future. So thanks again, everyone. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.